Oh, shit, we're recording. And look, there's 3 hoots again on our cover. So you know what that means. Drum roll.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, now usually we have 2 hoots up there.
But now that
we have a guest, we put 3 hoots
with a special guest.
Fucking Google Images, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
2 guys, 2 hoots, 3 guys, 3 hoots, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you see the way I labeled the last one?
I did not.
2 guys, 2 hoots. Well, 3 guys, 3 hoots.
There you go. So anyway, with that being said, I'm a hoot.
I'm a hoot.
Well, you're having a hootin' nanny, didn't we? Didn't we discuss this already?
Well, that's what we did last time. Was we discussed we were having a hoot nanny.
So anything over 2 hoots is a hootin' nanny, if you didn't know.
Got it.
If you didn't know. What's up, dude?
I got to get familiar with the lingo.
Welcome.
Thanks, man.
You know the
it's
idea
good to be here.
This is we're 3 guys that give a hoot, so we sit around and talk about how much we give hoots.
Huh?
As we give a hoot, we pass around how much we give a hoot.
You guys clearly don't give a hoot about wearing headphones. I thought that was a thing.
No, I don't even think your headphones are plugged in.
Yeah, I don't hear a fucking thing.
No, they're not.
Well,
that's the other side of it.
It felt right. It felt right.
No, that's fine. But I just don't have
Felt official.
With the new table and it being social distance, proper.
Oh, that's why this thing's so fucking huge.
I haven't gotten all the cords in yet.
Oh.
So there's that.
It is a nice table, though.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of nice tables, hell, you just broke out something pretty nice.
Yeah, you did.
Did you want to talk about that any?
No. He pulled out his penis.
It was super. It was
You guys
super nice.
really want to talk about that thing?
I've been impressed by a few things in my life, but that right there.
Have you been watching anything interesting?
Not really. Last thing I watched was fucking Tiger King. I'm sure you guys have
Oh,
beat that
yeah,
dead
we've,
horse to death.
No, we never really talk about it. Cause,
We talked about it a couple times.
How do you look at your saved stuff on Reddit? Any idea?
I gotta stay off Reddit, man.
Well, I'd say some stuff for the next podcast for us to look at and talk about, but I don't remember how to do it.
Ah.
I feel bad. I've never really gotten on Reddit that much.
I just happened to
Or
do it.
Pinterest, so.
It's pretty specific to certain individuals.
I remember reading someone's Reddit about, like, crystal meth one time, and I was like, wow, they just put anything on Reddit.
That's it.
I remember
That's
that.
what you have there.
I can actually
Every
read
time.
it. I've got it saved on my phone.
It's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, apparently
here?
there's entire like subcultures on Reddit.
Yeah.
That drug use one. And I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a bunch of meth heads, sitting together talking about
Being
meth
functioning,
shit.
yeah.
And I've never.
I mean,
It's
good
kind
for
of
them.
enlightening in a sense, in that.
It's so that there's not, what our thoughts and what are the images portrayed on TV and stuff
Right.
aren't always the case. You know what I'm
you
saying?
get the worst of the worst on TV. We all know that.
I've known a couple of people that have dealt with that kind of addiction that were daily users of it, and you wouldn't be able to tell otherwise. So
Yeah, there's plenty. There's
Now that I know,
plenty
I
of
can
that.
tell.
And
right.
Well, yeah. Once you find out, you
Now-
start
well,
every
no,
little thing you're like, oh shit, that's that.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's-
this makes a little more sense.
There was a woman that I worked with who was super hyper and stuff like that all the time, and I learned that she was on Adderall, and then it made sense. It not only made sense, but I also started noticing, every little fucking
Those
thing.
behaviors, yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and it's I've actually have experience it's kind of not dealing with people, but I guess knowing people who
Being around druggies.
who do well I know 2 different people who have legitimate prescriptions for Adderall. And one of them either abuses it, does way too much of the shit or something, or doesn't actually need it.
Right.
And the other cat I know, like, he needs it. He uses it.
Yeah.
It works really well for him. He's not bouncing off the fucking wall. He gets a little chatty, but fuck.
That's what happens when you're
That's
speeding. There.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's what happens when you're laser focused.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Look, no, that's what happens when you're speeding.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. There's times though now where I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm like, man, maybe I had this shit, because there's sometimes at work I have got way too much stuff. I'm like, oh, squirrel, whoa, what's that?
I
it's bad.
self-diagnosed
Like,
myself with ADHD many
I really
years
kind of
ago.
just want to.
Yeah, but everybody.
But I'm scared
Yeah.
to take one of my kids'
Yeah.
pills because I don't know what it'll do to me. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to talk
I'll
to my
take
doctor
one of your kids'
about
pills and tell you what it does.
it. Oh yeah, but what if you?
Trying to lose his freshman 50.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's funny.
Adderall in the glass is Chardonnay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Speaking of,
I've taken Adderall before.
Speaking of the quarantine 15, I saw my niece the other day. Man,
Oh, yeah?
oh good God, I was like, damn, Chucky Trucks.
Well, shit.
So you know, it's getting
Holy
real.
shit, Seth let you keep that? No, or that's yours?
He gave it to me.
No shit.
Oh, no, that's mine. The map. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the AC.
Oh,
He gave me that the other day. You know, we moved offices.
again?
Again?
Well, we were
moved
still at
from
the old
where we-
office when I was still
Yeah,
there.
we moved from there to up the street.
Yeah, I knew that was in the making.
So we had no need for that anymore. So he was like, man, you can take that to your man cave. I was like, I'll take that when we go camping.
How
That's
is
badass.
your online classes going?
They're over already,
Nice.
and
COVID.
yeah.
Oh, did it cut short because of the
Mm,
COVID,
no,
or
no,
I
they
thought
just
I thought you had
accelerated
I
courses.
thought you had started when COVID started.
Yeah, before.
Was it
COVID,
kind
yeah.
of like Phoenix, where it's a 5-week program and then you get into another one and
Shit,
stuff like
I don't
that?
even think, it was 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Seven
And then you roll right
classes?
into the next
How
one.
many
No,
classes?
It was 2 classes.
2 classes for
Yeah.
7 weeks, and then you'll do another one. When's that start?
I didn't register for it yet.
Oh, they don't just register you for the whole year and it rolls in every 7. You got something new.
Every little class period.
taking
they
those
call 'em-
master
what do they call
classes.
them? Sessions, I think, is what they refer to
So
them as.
which sessions did you do first?
Well, I mean, they're classes, but the sessions are what they have instead of like semesters. You know what I'm saying?
So what classes did you have first? What'd you do?
Math 121, which was college algebra, and this business law thing.
How'd you do in the algebra?
Oh,
'Cause I know you were kind of
pretty
worried about
terrible,
your
man.
math.
It was bad. It
Yeah.
was really bad. It was brutal. You know, it's been, Jesus, what, 20, how old am I? 20 years? It's been since 2001 since I
We
did.
can tell he's not good at math.
Exactly. See where I'm going with this, right? Since I did any kind of fucking, really geometry was what it was that fucked me. There were formulas and equations and stuff like that I was supposed to have known that I had long since forgotten. And it's not even something that they brush over or anything like that. You're just supposed to know this shit at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, I should know the shit. I should. But I've done a lot of shit in between now and then.
Yeah.
The last time I took a fucking geometry class, and some of those equations got erased from my brain.
Pie from Strong's.
Hey,
Yeah.
pie.
I'll
Ain't no
take
pie.
chocolate.
I love their strawberry
Pie's
pie.
the easy one.
Unless you're trying to recite it.
Yeah, man. Fuck factoring polynomials and all that dumb shit, man. It's probably the hardest class I'll take this whole time during this whole process, but
So what's your next ones that
I
you're
had to take
gonna?
a step back. I was just kind of struggling being at home with the kids by myself.
Where's your old lady?
She works now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. We'll talk about that.
She got a retail gig.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you're doing Mr. Dad?
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the thing.
Daddy daycare.
That's right.
Well, that's what's up though. But shit, I mean, I know last time we kind of talked, you said hell, being kind of the man of the house and just being able to stay there has kind of been more lucrative than getting,
no doubt.
getting out and actually having to apply yourself
No
to find
doubt about
something.
that, brother. Yeah, for sure.
But
I-
COVID-19 was the
it's-
best thing that ever happened to you.
It's really weird the way that the cookie crumbled the way it
Yeah.
did, you know, because my unemployment initiated prior to the COVID-19
Right.
thing. I was collecting the fucking money
Right.
before the COVID-19 hit. That's why I get so much now.
Right.
Because that stimulus is just added on top of
Right.
it.
and I think
whatever it
that's supposed
was.
to run through July.
And that, well, it's supposed to run until you get a fucking job. And
well,
that's the thing.
I got
And they're about to start getting a little more. I don't know. I follow the governor on Twitter. You know,
Uh-huh.
just that's where I get my news like everybody else. So
through
it
Twitter.
yeah. You guys don't get your news through Twitter?
No, I
get
guess I
mine
need
through
to.
YouTube most of the
I
time.
guess I need to
YouTube?
It's the
re-sign
same
up.
thing. It's not on standard media anymore. It ain't ABC, NBC, CBS on 3, 6, 12. It ain't like that.
Yeah, and I'm a big world news guy because I don't really give a shit what's going on in America, honestly. I don't know, it sounds fucking weird, but I got other shit on my plate right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm big into international news, specifically what's
Middle
going on,
East.
yeah, in the Middle East and stuff like that. That's where I'm at right now, you know what I'm
Are
saying?
you worried
So,
about what possibly may happen with China?
Man, I don't know what to think about that. I don't.
It'd be interesting.
What are we gonna do? Is the whole world gonna fucking
Fight China
hold them
because
accountable? Are we really gonna hold them accountable
I
for
mean,
this?
Should we hold them accountable?
Just quit buying stuff.
It's their fault. What are we gonna? Are we looking at repercussions? Are we looking at reparations? Are we looking at what do we want from these people? Yeah.
I mean, no one.
You're not going to be able to extract blood from a turnip like that.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can.
So what do we just say?
Some
But what?
invoice
But
and
what do
shit,
we
but you
say?
don't
Do
have
we
to-
just say, "Oh, we get it. It's okay"?
What were they
Yeah.
doing, man? If there's some way that we could somehow prove that they, unless you guys may be privy to some information that I hadn't stumbled upon yet, unless they fucking physically made that
Yeah.
shit in a laboratory and then also fucking, actually infected people with it or something maliciously.
Yeah, but then still, what are you going to do? You just go there.
Well, you whoop that ass now.
Yeah, was that what you're going to do? Just start dropping
No,
bombs?
that definitely warrants an ass whooping right there.
Yeah, but they got bombs.
No
to set
doubt.
back too, though,
Right.
huh?
They try to
That's
wipe
the
out
thing,
the
it's like,
world
if
if
you
that's the case.
You want
They're
to get even with China, just, hey, everybody, they did it. Stop buying shit.
I think a lot of people are about to start bringing their stuff back.
can't
Yeah.
do that. What?
Companies like in America and stuff
Man,
like
yeah,
that.
that thing I was showing you guys earlier today, man, you talk about some made in America shit, bro. I didn't even know what berry compliance was until I started looking into all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what is it? Tell us. Educate us.
Berry compliance is it's pretty much like essentially like a stamp you could put on your product,
Mhm.
but it has to be made in America. And when I say fucking made in America, I mean it has to be assembled in America by Americans from materials that were harvested and or produced in America.
entire supply
The
chain
whole fucking
comes from
shit
America.
had, you know what I'm saying, before you could put that berry compliance stamp on there. And the particular industry of the fucking thing I was showing you guys earlier, they're huge on that. And it's more than just them two. I'm sorry. It's more than just them two, because we have you have your firearms and whatnot, and then you have gear and stuff too. I got a butt ton of gear. I got all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all fucking, well, mine isn't, but the industry is real big on that berry compliance shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because when you're talking about that's a national pride of something that's being done.
Yeah, nobody else has a Second Amendment. At least not one that is
I know.
the same as
And
ours.
take it as serious as we do.
I know.
Yeah.
Anything that they have out there
Yeah.
is not going to be taken as serious as
I've
what
heard-
we do.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's a big fucking deal, but
I know out at the Air Force Base, the Made in America thing's a big deal because, like, whenever they were doing projects and
Well,
having to
and-
buy stuff, they had to have American made,
it has to
where
be
it
very
said,
compliant. And I'm
Made
pretty-
in America stamped on it.
And I wanna say, and I could be wrong about this, but I wanna say that the government's trying to move to berry. Like, it started out as an initiative for the government to fucking give their contracts to American people and shit like that.
Right.
I think that might have been the premise of it. I'm not sure how it actually got off the ground, but there's a lot of that too. You know, the government.
Man, you want to talk about
Wants to-
loving America. Do y'all know who Laura Ingraham is?
No.
She sounds like one of those
She's a television.
blonde-haired conservative chicks.
You almost had it right. I would think her name is Karen.
Yeah, she does kind of look like Karen. Well, check out what Karen did. She forgot either what time it was or where she was at, because she's at this rally and she's like, "All right, everybody, goodbye, thank you." See, she's like, "Look, watch." She's like, "All right, there we go, everybody." Whoop! Oh, oops, excuse me, sorry about that. I didn't mean to hail
Oh,
Hitler. I didn't mean
Huh.
to hail Hitler. Sorry about that.
Wow, that's
What the
crazy.
fuck?
Isn't that weird?
what would make somebody do that?
Don't ask me.
Huh.
But yeah, that was the weird shit that I found the other day. That I was like, man, I gotta save this shit for the show.
That
Like
shit's
this
wild.
table right here. This was cool as fuck. This guy makes
It reminded me of something.
those epoxy tables.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so he did one, and he dumps like grains of sand in the bottom of it. You know, he's got 2 live edge pieces of wood, and he's gonna do an epoxy thing. So he makes this riverbed out of gravel and rocks, and he pours the epoxy in and levels all the epoxy off. And then once he gets the epoxy leveled off in there, this motherfucker, and I'm sorry the internet's so slow tonight, but once he gets all the epoxy leveled off, this motherfucker starts drawing koi fish.
Hmm. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, wait. I'm going to get here to the end of it, and when you get to see see it when it's done. I mean, look at this fucking shit.
Yeah.
That looks like a fucking pond with goddamn fish in it.
Now I want to
He's-
stop.
he's
I
right.
want to
It's-
stop you real
that's a
quick and
lot.
tell you. I know you've really done good on your editing here lately with the last few videos
Right.
published in His Man Cave Productions. Like, subscribe,
His Man
set
Cave,
them.
one word, Productions, one word.
Boom.
I don't even know
Um,
what that is.
That's his
That's my
YouTube channel.
That's my channel.
You can catch out. Hey, the show you're on right
Is it
now.
different than the one I'm already subscribed to?
Probably
that's,
so.
My podcast, His Man Cave. That's with me and G in it.
And this is
Okay.
His Man Cave.
This is my channel.
Just you doing your own
This
thing?
is me doing my own. That's the
So
one
he's
that
got some really good
I
ones.
I started another one where I cook.
You cook.
I cook.
No, he doesn't know because he didn't know
Yeah,
about your
good.
Yeah, I
YouTube.
did. So I did salmon today for.
So
one
you're
of
like
the-
doing? Are you like doing shit? Or you just talking shit or like?
What do you mean? Oh,
Well, you know how some
okay,
YouTube
it's,
channels-
It's basically this right here, right now. So eventually, what it'll evolve into is me recording the process of what I cooked and how I cooked
Yeah.
it. And then what I did
talk
with the
about
first episode is I just took still pictures. What I did with this episode was just took still pictures.
Yeah, I thought you did a
Okay.
really good job though learning how to edit.
Yeah.
So with that being said, all these links and stuff that you show us, I don't need to know how to put those in the description
I'm
for our
sure it's
viewers
in
to
my-
check it
I'm
out.
sure it's
The
in my,
link.
my
See, we
episodes.
need. Hey, we
and paste
needed
the
a
link
guy.
there.
I mean,
It's
we
easy.
may
Right,
have
the
a
thing is, like,
guy.
how do you have a link come up on the screen? I have to figure out how to do that in my editing. software.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that pop up on the screen. Not 'cause
No.
you said in the description.
Yeah.
and that's copy and pasting a
Yeah, that
fucking
should be all that
URL.
should be. That's
The
what
show
we're
I did
always
with my
saying.
dad,
Like,
I found the actual court case of the story that we were talking about and posted it in the comments.
there you go. But yeah, just putting the link in the bio. I think
I
that's
guess that ship sailed.
No, it's East.
Can you remember the name?
East Step versus the state versus East Step, and it's something. His last name was East Step. He was found guilty of manslaughter, attempted manslaughter, or something else.
Murder,
Vandalism, yeah, he murdered. So basically, what happened is this guy went into a massage parlor, and murdered one woman by stabbing her, shooting her, and catching her on fire, and stabbed the other.
Inside the salon?
Yeah, and stabbed the other woman in the back and slashed her throat, and one of the women ended up surviving. So that's how he ended up getting
The burnt
caught. I think it was the one that got stabbed in the back and slashed. It may have been the burnt one. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But my dad had to testify at putting him basically at the scene, because my dad worked at the car wash across the street, and he had to go back to work that particular night to put some money up in the safe that he had forgotten to put up. And he saw
Witnessed
the
the
car.
whole shit?
No, he didn't witness that. He witnessed the vehicle being on site and in the area, so it put him in the scene, like in the
Damn.
area.
That's crazy.
Mm. And if you want to know more, check out Untitled Show
I'll
number
go look
1.
that shit up, man. I'll subscribe to your
Yeah.
shit too.
Yeah, it's
please do.
awesome, man. Yeah.
Because we do this one, and I do that other one. That
Feel
I do.
free to come over too, man. We're always looking for somebody that
I'm a
can
big
help.
YouTube guy. All my
Um,
favorite people are on YouTube.
Since we're just spitballing here
Let's go
also,
right
but
to
there's
Marcus.
also a really good sports one we're trying to work out.
A sports one?
And you may be good on that to help me.
Okay, what you?
So
So
is
here's
it gonna be
another
about
thing.
football or just sports in general?
anything. Thinking about calling it a bit of dick.
A bit of dig.
So I can give people a bit of my mind.
So the show that I cook on,
Okay.
I'm still trying to think of a name for it, and I'm thinking about, hey, put this in your mouth with Johnny Gates.
I own a YouTube channel.
Well,
We can do whatever. It's easy. It's so easy to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I
Literally
know,
just-
and it's really ironic because I literally almost only watch YouTube. Like
There
all
you
I
go.
my
got the
favorite, like
camera for it too.
I like
Does your camera do video?
Grantham and T-Rex arms.
You want
and
to come
all that.
video us throwing disc golf?
Not really.
Get some get some drone footage of the overhead shots and stuff like that.
You guys got a drone?
Oh, well, I mean,
I
no, we don't have a drone,
Okay.
but that's things we
I
can
bought like
do.
this
That's
little
what I'm saying.
$25 like, Hot
Yeah.
Wheels size,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't
Nope.
get that.
tried.
I
I
couldn't
bought
do
3 or 4 of
shit.
those,
I
and
could.
I fucking
Yeah.
fly them into fires or out of range. There's probably
Dude,
2
my
in my
shit,
gutter right now.
It's
that I-
like mine was like too sensitive, man. Just the slightest little hint of pressure would
That's-
send that fucking thing straight into the
that's
wall,
where that
man.
calibration setting comes into play.
I calibrated it 1,000 times. I probably wasn't calibrating it correctly.
Probably not. Probably
I don't know.
doing
They
it too
need like
fast.
drone guys. I need to be able to like buy a drone and take it to a guy who can calibrate it.
Well, when you
or
buy one
maybe
of the
they're all
fancy
not-
schmancy ones,
they're not all
they're so much
bullshit.
easier to fly because they're smart.
They know what the
program
fuck's
them-
going
you
on.
program them and tell them what to do. Like I saw this one. You wear a wristband, and you can tell it to stay. I think it's 15 feet above and 15 feet behind. Just 15 foot above, or 15 foot above and 15 foot in front.
Oh, so it actually like tracks shit.
It tracks the wristband.
Oh.
So what it does is, as you like the video that I saw, is this guy's canoeing down this fucking rapid or whatever, and he's got it programmed to do the, I think he called it like miscellaneous, where it does what it wants
just like
within those 3 parameters.
Yeah, but follows the
Right.
watch at.
And follows the watch,
Damn,
and
so it just gets all kind of crazy shit.
here's the best part: is the dude's fucking, he gets into still water and he throws his hand over like that. Motherfucker comes and lands in his hand.
Damn.
So that motion of flipping your hand over and holding your hand up like that puts the wristband in a different position, and it knows, hey, it's calling me back, and you bring it back. And then all you do is turn it on and open your hand up, and it takes off. And then once you've done that, it gets into its position that it's been programmed to be in, and it stays there until it's either going to die or it flips over, or you flip your hand over and it comes back to you.
Yeah, I want to say they also showed one on some snowboarders also. Them doing that.
Yeah, those
so.
things are fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Those drones
really
are really
cool.
neat. That some of the drone footage that they have of like when we've had floods here, or some of the people like I know a couple people that build swimming pools that they use it to showcase when they built a swimming pool.
Okay.
And those videos are always awesome. Those drone videos are so cool, and they're using them for like surveying land and shit now.
Yeah.
Just gotta figure out what my YouTube channel is gonna be about.
Well, you
Yeah,
like
just
like figure out how to use
you
the
like
drone.
all the shit about America, guns,
America, that
cars,
America.
I
kids.
drive a German car.
You know.
Fun fact about my German car, though, it was a special performance edition that was only made for the North American market.
What?
That's correct. That's right. It was made for America because
What kind of car is
Americans
your
were bitching it.
European car that you're talking about?
It's a E46 330i ZHP. It's a 2005 330i ZHP.
Is that a BMW or?
It is, yeah, it's a BMW.
OMG.
Yeah, right.
it's-
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't want to get started because it's a really cool car. It's really specific and nobody even really knows what it is. So
It's
I don't
just
want to sit here and try to tell you
it's a
guys
Beamer. That's
why
all you
my
had to
car
say.
is so fucking cool.
You
But
could have said it's a Beamer and yours is a Chevrolet.
Here-
Hey,
Here,
make
I
sure you
will
write all
say-
that stuff
Yeah,
down
my
for us,
name.
though, so we can put it in the
I re-
tagline, though, right?
What, E46 ZHP?
Yeah.
If anybody who's listening to this speaks BMW, they'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if not, they won't
They
give a
don't.
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won't
well,
care.
Unless this is way in the future that they're listening to it.
Well, no, that's why I'm
Listen to all
saying we have to
episodes.
get it down so we can put it in our tag, so anybody that knows about the EBLOLO.
E46 ZHP. All right. Which is it's really a 2005 BMW
E40?
330i.
E4O? What?
Yeah,
It is one of 41.
Oh, wow.
in North America.
It's ultra rare. It's
Oh,
a fucking
oh,
unicorn. Period.
Did you
Ever-
know that when you
ever
were buying?
manufactured.
Did you know that when you were buying it?
Yes.
And they let it go pretty cheap for you?
They let it go for what they are worth. They're worth a little bit more than an E46
No, it's special to
330i.
individuals.
Yeah, it's only special to somebody who knows what that is and is
Wants to work with
Nice.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean honestly, it's
How's it run?
a pretty aged car. It runs really good. It does. It runs really good. It's got a really it's not really powerful. It's got a strong engine. It's got an inline 6, 3-liter inline 6. But I mean, it's just a traditional sports sedan or European sports sedan in the sense that it has
I'm not peeing.
that inline 6. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's a driver's car. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You still have your SUV as well?
It's a 6-speed manual. Yeah. Got that old kid hauler. I'm really trying to upgrade that to something else. I think I want to go maybe with like an older. It depends on what my wife thinks. My wife wants an X5, and I'm cool with that, but they're just not as capable as some of the other vehicles
What's an
out there.
X5? You know, not
That's a
very...
BMW
It's a
car.
SUV. It's their like mid-sized SUV.
Man, I don't want to buy a BMW because they're so fucking expensive to maintain.
They are, and they're not. They are, and they ain't. I mean, it depends on if you do your own shit, then, and they're not any harder to work on necessarily than about any other
Depending
car.
on what you're working on, you do
but-
have to acquire a set of tools.
But, yeah,
specific
but that's
to
very
B-
just about any
specific to
car.
BMW.
Specific to yeah, you're right. But I mean, there's also tools that you have to have that are specific for certain jobs and stuff. Anyway, so
Okay.
buying specialty tools is something that an automotive
Right.
guy just does anyway.
No, I get it, but it's just the individual can't necessarily do that. You know what I mean? So they buy a BMW and they got to take that maintenance contract too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
that does come with it, but I mean, I've done a lot of work on my car. You know, I like to modify my shit, and I've done a lot of work, but I did all the work myself.
Right. Well, it's like those Mercedes vans, those Sprinter vans. Do you know how expensive Mercedes is to get serviced? They charged us $500 for a motherfucking dipstick.
Dude, I know it gets ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
so I wanted to say, I heard like their oil changes are pretty expensive.
Go
also,
look up how much it costs to change the oil on a fucking Bugatti.
Oh, I can imagine.
I don't think I could even afford.
You could afford another car.
I was about to say, I don't even think.
Are you serious? It's that bad?
Dude,
I was
I wouldn't
thinking
say
5, 6 grand.
15, 20.
15, 20.
Something like
but
25 maybe.
How often do you have to
it's
change
absurd,
the
huh?
oil and the?
Hey, man, dude, I don't know. I
Good
don't know.
God.
I don't know. You get the, you know, I found a
It's every 2 years.
scrolled through a
but
video one time about it on a car group in Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's completely out of context, but yeah, they should.
That's crazy.
If I remember that shit correct. And I can't remember if it was if it was a Bugatti or if it was a McLaren. It might have been a
Bugatti oil
McLaren.
change is recommended once a year, whether the car has been driven or not, according to Crosta, C-R-O-S-T-A.
Yeah, those guys.
The oil change, I'm good. The oil change assures the vehicle is running in its highest output and efficiency.
How much does it
These
cost?
services include all fluids in the vehicle and other routine maintenance.
Oh, hell, well, that,
Oh, look, there it is. It says it comes at a high price.
21,000, 27 hour
27 billable hours.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck? Are you kidding me?
That's a YouTube video we can watch too.
It's
I'm not
half a
doing
week
that.
of work.
Hey, we could put the link in the description though, so people can watch
Just
how
look
this is
up
done.
how to do a 21,000 Bugatti.
We'll throw the tag on there if I
Yeah,
can.
YouTube it and do it. That is my shit, bro. That's why I want a YouTube channel. I don't think I know anything well enough to fucking
Jesus.
have a YouTube channel about how to do it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can also.
Mine would have
you
to
can
be like
always-
one of those journey channels.
Well, that's what it could be. Is you could, the how-to channel of how to figure out how to do it. Well, I
Yeah.
shocked the fuck out of myself today trying to change out this electrical outlet.
It could be
And
anything.
Next
No
time,
thanks.
turn the breaker off first. That's what I learned today.
Well,
So tomorrow, after I get done at the dentist from where I chipped my tooth, I'm going to try this again.
you can record you gaming.
Yes,
Yeah.
My son, my
I
son's
do,
son's
I play
on there.
video
He does
games probably too
YouTube.
much.
He does Call of Duty on there.
I
He
should-
does
I
GTA 5.
Is he does it like all day at the house?
Yeah.
Because of coronavirus and
Yeah.
shit.
Quarantine.
Damn, I need somebody to play with. Does he play Warzone?
I don't know what the fuck he plays.
It's kind of weird
Damn
you're
it.
asking him if you can play with this
Richard.
kid, man.
No,
Come
but
on,
I'll be
what are you
off.
doing?
I'll
That's
be
not
off. I'll be on furlough the week of the 18th. So if you want, we can.
Have a land.
Because I thought about
I mean, I
seeing if
play
you
at
wanted to
night,
play.
too.
I thought about seeing if you wanted to play the other day because me and Caden were back there playing the game. Just me and him running solo missions against all the bots and stuff like that.
So y'all were playing
were just-
local.
yeah, so, but
because the thing is, like, they have a really cool.
Warzone, Drop Zone.
Well,
something?
Warzone, that's their battle royale, right?
Mhm.
But they also have a really cool Spec Ops thing. Do you remember us playing for hours on end Spec Ops missions on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? I want to say, bruh, at the
What were the, what would
at
you
your
do-
dad's house
what
at the
would you do
garage.
on Spec Ops, like just
Bruh, you had to survive rounds, like
Oh,
another
yeah.
round.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
kind? You
okay,
remember
okay.
that shit? Where you
Well,
set
yeah,
up
and then the
sentry
juggernauts
guns
would
and-
be-
yeah, juggernauts
Yeah.
coming out the woodworks
Okay,
and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
They got buku of those,
do
and they
remember
got
that.
two
Wow.
different ones. They have traditional ones, like the one we used to play all the time, and then they got like super high speed ones where you had it's almost like a campaign mission or whatever, but it's like a mix between a campaign mission and that Spec Ops shit. The way they
Remember that.
fight and stuff, dude, and it's fucking badass. But it's not couch co-op like they call it these days, you
It's
know, like it
all-
was back in the day when we could, you know what I'm saying? You got to do it online together. So I really wish you guys would get on Call of Duty with me and we could play this cool ass
That's
Spec
like
Ops
the
mission.
terrorist hunts because you couldn't do terrorist hunts.
I got
two-player,
Call of
you
Duty.
only
So
go
if you
one
just
player.
text me one day, we can do
What
this.
was that? That was on Black, wasn't it?
No, that was terrorist hunts were on Rainbow
Rainbow
Six. Vegas.
Six,
Oh, dude, that was
Vegas,
so
Vegas,
awesome.
dude.
Vegas
what-
too.
You guys play Siege any?
Uh,
It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're
That
talking
game
about. We
Black
played
is
it a
still
little bit.
hands down
It
my
was.
favorite
I've
game
never.
I've ever played.
That and Battlefield capture violence so incredibly well, and Rainbow Six Siege kind of went a little overboard with it, you know, because they try to make everything like
Yeah.
It's still really cool, though.
That was
whatever, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That Rainbow Six,
But
the features of things
the
that
Rainbow
you could do
Six
was what was
Vegas.
cool.
It's super cool because
'Cause you
the
really had to
entire
think tactics.
environment is, like usable. Or like if you shoot a hole in the wall, there's a hole in the wall. And you can see it to the
you
next
can
room.
actually shoot
But it
somebody
also-
through the drywall.
Yeah, it also
and
turns
shit.
into
Right.
cheese dick shit like that, where you pop a couple holes into some drywall and start murking the whole team through a fucking glory hole. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you could also have fire returned to you, and you get shot through that same fucking.
So, speaking of just shooting through the sheetrock and stuff real quick, since you play the Call of Duty, have you seen all the memes
Have you had
for...
a garage pop in here yet?
Have you seen all the memes for the Gulag? Or the whatever it is?
I've seen a handful of Gulag memes.
Is that what it
You ever
is?
been to the Gulag?
Yeah, where it's just very tight quarters and that's it. The
Well,
Gulag showers
So
or
what
something.
Yeah, it's the showers in a.
Yeah.
It's the showers in a prison, but the
It's kinda
what
like the
happened
scene-
is
what I've seen of it. It's kind of like that scene in The Rock when they come up out of the ground in the shower. You know
Sure,
that
yeah.
You know what movie I'm talking about?
yeah. There's been a bunch of
But that's what that's.
there was another shower shootouts in one of the Bad Boys maybe. No, that was just a bathroom.
Yeah, but that's the one when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of what it looked like. It had that square tile, the
Yeah.
stalls down
Bathroom
the middle.
tile,
that's
yeah,
weird.
stalls,
That
a bit
prison,
of
that prison
yeah.
football team locker room
Yeah.
shower.
So what happens is when you're playing Warzone, which is their battle royale, typically in every other Warzone or battle royale like PUBG or fucking that other shit, Fortnite, when you die, you're dead. You die, and that's it. Well, in Warzone and Call of Duty, when you die, you get a second chance. You get to go to the gulag, and when somebody else dies, you get fucking thrown in the shower with them. And whoever makes it out the shower gets to fucking redeploy, and whoever doesn't, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So
you shoot each other, fight each other? What do you do?
well, yeah, you spawn with a random weapon, and it's always some, like it's either like a pistol or one of the different. It's some little small, it's kind of a bare bones kind of thing. Sometimes it might just be a knife or whatever, and maybe like one explosive and one flashbang. And you can't use that. You got to wait like three or 4 seconds before you can use the explosives and shit like that. So you just kind of try to rush into the motherfucker and bust them up. It's kind of fun.
That sounds fun.
But when you lose in the gulag, you're subject to destroy anything in your house. Like, it is the most rageable thing in any video game. Because you're so used to playing these games where you don't get it, where you die and you're dead, and you finally get this fucking second chance, and somebody fucking, shoots you through the wall with some fucking Desert Eagle one-shot headshot. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, you will fucking rage. I'm telling you.
Well, me and Caden were playing, and we went to the gulag. Me and him on teams against like the max number of bots. I fucking grabbed a large machine gun, and dude, let me tell you, I fucking racked up the kills, man. We ended up capping the whatever limit it was, and I remember at one point I had gotten like 10 or 12 of them in a row, just like every time they were spawning, this 100-round gun was just like mowing them down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally a square you're in.
there's
It's like
a,
that Call of Duty scene where you're in that, I can't remember which one it is, but you come off the elevator.
Modern Warfare 2, you come out the
airport.
elevator at the airport and murder all those
Just murder
people. Well, you don't have to
everybody
murder
in
those people. I don't know if you
Yes,
know
you
that or
do.
not. No,
If you do not start shooting people,
no, you
he
gotta
will
like
turn
fake.
and
You
shoot
can fake shoot the people.
Well, yeah,
you
you have
gotta,
to,
like,
you have to
bust
shoot your
around
gun.
every- yeah, you gotta
have to
shoot
shoot
your
your
gun.
gun. Yeah. Because
And
if you just run, they're like, fuck that, and they murder you.
Yo, so there's a map on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one. It's called Shipment, and I want to say it's usually on the other ones, but it's you know how everyone has a really small map. You know what I'm saying? A multiplayer map. Well, that's what this one is. It's just the 4 connexes, and then everybody runs around. It's really small, it's really tight, and it's like super violent. It's just as soon as the match starts, it's just boom, 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 fucking all over the place, right? So it's really fun to play, and it usually comes up into play this well. Lately, so Call of Duty now has these playlists where they're like custom shit that they come out with. I want to say like every week, and it's just different game modes that they've made up that you get to play or whatever. So for the past 2 weeks, they've had one that was 24-hour shipment, and that's the name of that small map.
Right.
And so it's just a bunch of different game modes on that same map over and over and over again. Well, they did it for 2 weeks straight, and I wake up today and I look at the playlist, and the name of the playlist says Call of Duty players only want one thing, and it's disgusting. And I was like, I know this has got to be a fucking 24-hour shipment fucking playlist. And it sure shit stinks it was. And, bro, that shit had me cracking up, man. Because it's true, bro. Like, when those playlists, when those shipment playlists are up, like, that's all I want to fucking play is shipment. And,
That's funny.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
I know which level you're talking about, too, I think.
Yeah, it's 4 little connexes, and they're, like, sit up beside each other, and, you know, it's just a square. You run around. The other small one is Nuketown. I'm sure you guys all remember Nuketown.
The one with the buses out in the middle of the road.
Yeah, and the little houses on each side. And then the other one is like shooting range or something like that on some of the.
So they just
Black
take
Ops
maps
ones.
from all the different ones, the best like small
Well, they
kill 'em
have
bang
the-
bang ones.
Yeah, sometimes they do, and this one's been really good about coming out with previous maps. So I was real big on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original one that came out way back in PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and I had 2 maps on there that I love very much, and one of them was a map called Vacant, and they redid that map for this game, and I fucking absolutely love that map. But yeah, they have been doing that. They bring maps from other games. There's another small one on there named Rust, and I'm pretty sure it was on one of the other ones
I
too.
do remember that one.
But they have a handful of them from some of the previous ones just for nostalgic effect, and they do that pretty much every year, or every time they come out with one. They have one from a previous one, which I think is really cool. And the cool thing about this one is when you're playing Warzone or when you're playing another one called Ground War, which is you guys remember Battlefield? I know you fuck with Battlefield because you play the Star Wars joint Battlefront. And
Speaking of Star Wars, did you ever play Return of the Fallen one? The one that just came out not
The
too long
second
ago?
one or
No,
the
the
third
one that
one?
just came out. Oh shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, it came out recently.
Excuse me.
It was good.
nah, I hadn't played it.
Oh well.
But yeah, so in the war zone and also in the ground war, one of the areas, I'm good. A bunch of the areas that you play in multiplayer are actually in the large world maps that you use for the battleground shit. So that's really cool too, including Vacant. That Vacant map that you play on multiplayer, that's actually a place on the world map when it comes to Warzone. So it's cool. Even when you're playing Warzone, I can run over to Vacant and get all the shit out of there. And if anybody comes to that motherfucker, I know it like the back of my hand. Because I was playing that map, started playing that map back in fucking 2006 or 7 or something.
So you've been getting
shit,
you've been
you know
getting
what
some
I'm saying?
gaming
Like,
time in, huh? Didn't you say today, your old lady wanted to play Mortal Kombat all day long?
Yeah,
Get over
she's
here,
been playing.
man.
The thing about the new Mortal Kombat, we just got the new Mortal Kombat.
11?
I know a lot of people have probably been on it for a little bit, but
Is it the 11?
yeah,
Yeah,
11.
Caden's got that.
It
He just got like Joker and Spawn and all that shit on there. Freddy
yeah,
Krueger.
there's downloadable content.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think Freddy's on this one. He was on.
I don't know
last
who
one.
all's on there.
Yeah, there's a
man.
bunch of bullshit people like that too, but I think that's cool. I mean, I like it, but the thing about this one is you have to unlock all the shit for all the different characters. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of sucks because when you first start playing, like Sub-Zero's got 2 moves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and then you gotta
ever played
unlock
Mortal
everything
Kombat
else.
before, you know, he's got way more than 2 fucking moves.
Right.
You got to unlock them, and then you got to like assign them and set them up like classes, like you're
that's
setting your weapon up on Call of
stupid.
Duty.
Fuck
And
that
they got armor and shit too that for different ones.
That's like when
So,
I played that Gran Turismo.
It's just a
for the
little too
first
involved
time.
for Mortal Kombat for me. I like.
Have you been doing your race car games still?
I don't have a race car game. I switched over to PlayStation 4 for Final Fantasy 7 remake
Well,
because
you talking
I'm that kind of nerd.
You talking about that Mortal Kombat? That's what I thought. That very first Gran Turismo. You remember you had to get your fucking driver's license before you could play.
Oh,
the
that's
game?
still a thing, man. But
What the fuck
it
are
was
you talking
difficult.
about?
It was difficult when I was a kid, man.
We
But by
just
the
fucking
time Gran
run around
Turismo
track.
2 came out, I smoked those fucking things. I'm a driving simulator. Fucking like
Do you
you
have one
don't
of
want to
those-
see me on Forza.
Do you have one?
You
of
guys
those-
don't. I'm not calling anybody out who may be listening to this on the internet, but
Fuck it, call them out.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
show
not. I
'em-
don't
show
even
'em
have
out.
Forza
Original
anymore.
setups.
I don't. I'm with a fucking joystick. I wish I had a simulator set up, but
Dude, they've got some.
There's so many
videos.
things in
Some
life.
People have taken their actual like Ferraris and shit like that and set them.
yeah,
up.
and put them up in their
Yeah,
garage.
that
I've
is
seen it
so
with
neat,
a
man.
white Lambo and it's a big
Yeah.
projector in front
That
of
is
the shit.
so fucking awesome.
Well,
They
pretty
sit in their
fucking
car
cool.
and
I
play
got
the
it,
game
yeah.
and actually
Yeah.
brake gas, clutch, change
With
gear,
their shit.
steering wheel, blah blah blah.
That's just fire, man. Them Hoonigan dudes got a dope ass simulator, but they also have bunches of money.
We'll get there. We'll get
Bunches of
sponsored
money.
by
Well,
this
I
kind of
can't.
shit. Man, I want a float tank. I want
Shit, we could
timber
just
bed,
build
I
it, do
want
it on your how-to video,
of
build that
weight stuff.
motherfucker up.
How to what? I mean, that company was brought up from rally racing and shit. You know, just well, motorsports in general. But Ken Block was a big rally racer. Him and your boy Tanner,
Tanner
fucking
Faust, yeah.
Shout out to
invented
Tanner.
a fucking sport.
Yeah, dude, I love that. Like that Top Gear with Tanner. Like that shit's my shit. That dude's crazy.
Yeah, it's my
Look,
favorite
man,
motorsport too.
We're coming to the end of it, and I kind of want to end it with a couple of videos.
Okay.
So I caught this the other day, which I think that you guys will like because y'all are
Baseball
we're all
fans?
sports fans in here. So,
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what team this is. It's the Gold Eyes versus the Saints.
Looks like maybe some kind of
Yeah, college, maybe
double A, single A,
Yeah,
triple A. Boom. Okay. Wow.
That's an out, motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah, dude tips it and the catcher catches it behind his back.
Damn.
Yeah,
that was a
man.
good catch.
All right. Just tip up. Whoop.
Oh,
No,
wow.
let me have that.
Damn. Definitely have to put the link in the description.
Yeah. So, and then we've got. Did y'all hear about
Jesus.
Did y'all hear about the asteroid the other day?
No.
Okay, so the other day there was a.
Did we barely miss some big asteroid?
When you no, that's it.
Are you one of those people that double clicks hyperlinks?
What do you mean? What's a hyperlink?
Something that doesn't need to be double clicked. All it needs to be clicked once.
What's a double click?
It's when you clicked. What, are you shitting me right
No,
now?
I'm shitting
You
you.
fucking trolling me?
What's copy and
let's see.
paste?
Yeah, so, all right, so here it is. Here it is. I'm going to double click every time he's over here.
Fuck you.
So, all right, look, check this out. This is how close this asteroid came to. It was still 3.9 million miles away, but come on, internet, don't be a bitch on me now. But you see, this is it. Obviously, this
That's
is
Earth?
Yeah, and dude, look at this shit. You're like, well, wait a minute.
Son, near miss,
Well,
huh?
wait a minute. Hold on a second, man. How close is that thing gonna get? And man, it's like right on our ass, coming right up on us.
Just
All
fucking with you.
And look, I'm gonna go around that way. I'm gonna hang out over here.
Damn.
But yeah, when you see it like that, you're like, what in the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, 4 million
That's
miles is
crazy.
still a long
Still 4
way.
million miles.
Well, still.
And then
Well, I don't know. Relatively, maybe short when you consider the entire universe,
Yeah.
or and everything beyond our galaxy.
Mhm.
It's really actually.
Yeah, maybe 4 million miles over there is like a cunt hair over here, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure some
Oh,
NASA
just
scientists
a cunt hair
would
off.
be like,
all right, now here's
That
the
ain't
here's
shit.
the last one. This one right here is so fucking impressive. It's not even funny. You thought the baseball one was good. Check this shit out. Look how fast this guy's going in this boat. It's a dinghy race, and it's a 2-man team. And there's a dude in the front. Dude, look how fucking. Dude, this motherfucker is.
What the fuck is a
Jesus.
dinghy race?
Probably something in Australia.
it looks like rally racing.
Jesus
boats,
Christ,
aluminum
man. If
boats.
they hit a fucking tree with that guy on the front, he's dead.
But look, like he's positioned himself in the boat so that way he can help. Like,
He's helping steer.
Yeah, right,
He's
he's
using
helping,
his
like,
weight
keep
to
it stable.
transfer the.
But wait, man, look at like they're running through motherfuckers' backyards and shit. I mean, hard turns. I mean, hauling.
That
ass.
is crazy.
Bro, that's
They're
wild.
about to come into this open water area, and this
gonna
motherfucker
floor it.
turns it on. That is so crazy. Look, dude, just scoots to the back, and look how boom, we're gone. We're out of here. That dude is flying on the water.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That looks so fun.
That was pretty cool.
I'd like to. I don't guess that's something you can ride. That's the crazy thing about like shit like that and like rally is not something that you could ever just like ride shotgun and do. Because
No.
the dudes riding shotgun in rally cars are telling the drivers what to do. Like and they have this weird language and they have this notepad and they just say like right 3 or something, and they know that that's like a clock position or a position that the steering wheel's supposed to be in. It's fucking wild, bro. But that being said, there ain't no room for you. You can't sit in the back because there's a fucking roll
wouldn't want
cage
to
for
either.
day. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, no shit.
All right, so here's the last one.
Oh, I don't
It's
want
on
to
a
see
fun
somebody.
thing. No, he only breaks his leg.
Oh,
Here we
no,
go. Watch. Boom, motherfucker. Both of y'all looked away. What's wrong with y'all? Look, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Kapow!
Oh shit, bro.
You got to make sure you put all these
Yo.
videos in the description.
That dude,
I hate. I couldn't even tell his leg broke. He left the fucking frame.
All that happened was his leg broke.
You've showed that like 3 or 4
I
times.
know,
You need to get more
but he
original.
hadn't been over here to see
That's
it.
crazy.
man. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, I think that's it.
That's it.
Why do you have it on repeat?
I'm sorry. Did I ruin it? Here, I'll do.
It
All
kind
right.
of sucks on.
If I do it on that TV, it shows. All right, I will end it on a happy note.
Oh,
So,
man. What do you have
Bansky,
here?
I don't know who Bansky is. Painted a tribute to healthcare workers
Uh-huh.
responded to COVID-19, and he had it delivered to a hospital. And it is a kid.
It's a knockoff Banksy is what it is.
Well, whatever. It's a kid with a basket full of toys that are superheroes, and he is playing with the nurse as if she is a superhero. So kudos to all you nurses and doctors out there, front lines.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, because it is Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Sure
To all
is.
the moms out there. To all the dads that are doing mom duties.
That's right.
To all the grandparents that are doing mom duties. You know.
We here at Two Guys, Two Hoots salute you for giving a hoot.
Yeah.
But that's a
And-
dope-ass painting. I like that.
And not
Yeah, it's
killing
pretty cool.
your kids.
So how's that for a happier ending?
That's a
than
lot
the guy
better.
getting
I
hit by a
appreciate
car?
that one. Thanks a
You
lot,
want me to go
man.
back to the guy? Here, no, let me show you.
No,
one.
no. That's
It's all
good.
getting
Ladies
cut
and
out
gentlemen,
there.
it's a wonderful night. Happy Mother's Day. Keep it rolling because he's got to hurry up and wheel his fat ass over there to turn it
And that's
off.
all I got for you. One more thing before I go. Well, that was fun.